Ladies and gentlemen, football lovers around the world, welcome back to this channel. We have just witnessed a transfer window like no other. History has been made, records smashed, and the entire football economy are flipped upside down from £billion spending sprees to player power politics. Today, we are unpacking the biggest and craziest transfer window the Premier League has ever witnessed, ever seen. Unlike before. Let's start with the jaw-dropping figures then, shall we? Premier League clubs went absolutely wild this time around. Over £3 billion spent on new signings alone, smashing last year's record of £2.44 billion. That's not just a step forward, it's a giant leap. And it's not just the spending, clubs also broke records in sales, bringing in 1.8 billion from outgoing players alone. But here is the kicker. After all the chaos, the net spend hit an eye-watering 1.2 billion. Liverpool topped the chart with a record-breaking £446 million. Meanwhile, down the other end, Bournemouth of all clubs walked away with an astonishing 65.8 million profit, selling big names like Dean Hussein to Real Madrid, Milos Kekes to Liverpool, and of course, Ilya Zabaini to Paris Saint-Germain. Now, let's talk about the real headline of this window, the return of the number 9, the return of the traditional number 9 in football. Just a few years ago, people said that the classic striker was dead. Well, false. That is huge false. This summer, the striker came roaring back in style. Woo, wow. The blockbuster, of course, Alexander Isak's British record £125 million move from Newcastle to Liverpool. Huge. Right behind him, Florian Wirtz for £116.5 million. And what about Hugo Ekitike to Liverpool for £79 million? Benjamin Sesko, £73.7 million. And Brian Mbeumo also heading to United at £71 million. Incredible figures. It is staggering. Actually, Liverpool dropped over £200 million on Isak and Ekitike alone. Arsenal landed at Viktor Gyökeres for £63.5 million. And Tottenham Hotspur grabbed Randall Kolomuani on a loan. Chelsea, never shy, splashed £90 million on João Pedro and Liam Delap as their new strikers, and sending out Nicholas Jackson on loan with an obligation to buy to Bayern and Munich. Even Wolves, Brighton, and Nottingham Forest joined the striker shopping spree. So, it is official. The traditional number 9 is back in fashion, guys. It's not going anywhere. It's not dead anytime soon. This was also the summer of player power. Alexander Isak and Yohan Wissa made their voices heard loud and clear to everyone who cared to listen. Wissa demanded to leave Brentford, saying, "The club is standing in my way." Isak accused Newcastle of breaking promises. And guess what? Both got their moves. Isak to Liverpool, Wissa to Newcastle's dream Champions League campaign. Oh, what a dream come true for these two guys. Oh, wow. All right. Wissa, not everyone was so lucky though. Wolves striker Jørgen Strand Larsen also wanted out. Newcastle came calling. Wolves said no. Unlike Isak, Larsen didn't push. And now he's staring at a relegation fight instead of glorious European nights. It's a reminder though, player power can pay off, but only if you're willing to risk everything. Are you willing to risk everything to force a move away from a club who desperately want to keep hold of you? Well, you can ask Isak and Johan Wissa for answers. We never get tired of all these blockbuster stories are coming, especially when it concerns transfer window. So outside the so-called big six, clubs like Brighton, Brentford, and Bournemouth have built reputations on smart recruitment. They find gems, develop them, sell them for massive profit. This year, the Giants came raiding as usual. Bournemouth lost nearly £150 million worth of defenders. Then Hilsen to Real Madrid, Milos Kekes to Liverpool, and Elias Baini to Paris Saint-Germain. Brentford sold Mbeumo and Johan Wissa for over £120 million. Brighton waved goodbye to João Pedro, £60 million to Chelsea. Palace sold Eberechi Eze to Arsenal for £67.5 million. And Wolves casting in almost £100 million with Matheus Cunha and Nori going to both Manchester clubs. Wow. But here is the thing, guys. These clubs plan for this. They had replacements lined up. They invest wisely. The cycle continues. The rich get richer and the smart get even smarter. And why not? So what have we learned from all of this drama in this summer transfer window? The Premier League isn't just the most watched league in the world. It's the most powerful financial machine in football. Records broken, strikers back in fashion, player power stronger than ever, and the so-called smaller clubs still finding ways to thrive. Oh, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. What can we do to help the smaller clubs, the mid-table teams, who keep losing their prized assets? All right, this was not just a transfer window then. This was a statement. The Premier League doesn't just set the pace. It rewrites the rules of football every summer. Whoa. So stick with me, guys, because if this window is anything to go by, then the next season is going to be even an absolute fire. But I think one manager who will be perhaps the winner of this transfer window, especially on deadline day, will be Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner, who held firm, who stood his ground and said his captain, McGahey, is going nowhere. And he threatened to quit if the club sold McGahey to Liverpool, which was why that final day move for Gehi collapsed and he couldn't secure a move away from Selhurst Park. Heartbreak for Liverpool and Liverpool fans, but delight for Oliver Glasner and Crystal Palace fans. But the player is unhappy, and now we're hearing top European guns are coming for him in the summer when he becomes a free agent. And of course, trust one name to be on that list: Real Madrid. Real Madrid always looking for players whose contracts are out and always looking to snatch them for free. How they do this, I have no idea. They have done it on numerous occasions now. Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool joined them on a free last summer. Oh, okay. I think they paid about £10 million because they wanted him earlier for the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay. And remember, Antonio Rudiger from Chelsea, they did the same thing with him, and the list goes on and on and on. And now they are looking at McGahey to take him on a free transfer. So Liverpool, you have your hands full. You might perhaps want to come back in January for McGahey if you truly want this defender, because if Madrid come calling in the summer, he has no clout to resist. I don't think any player does have the gut to resist the biggest, the most successful football club in world football history. The Giants, the clout called Real Madrid. Real Madrid, the Los Blancos. When they come calling players, jump. When they say, hey, we want you, players ask when. So, we'll keep our finger crossed on that one. But for now, Oliver Glasner got his wish. Didn't sell his prized asset, McGahey, to Liverpool in this summer transfer window. So heartbreak then for Liverpool and delight for Oliver Glasner for keeping his prized asset. But he lost one in the Eberechi Eze to Arsenal. Fantastic all-round business for all the clubs in the transfer window, especially in the top 6 for Arsenal, who brought in 8 new players to the club this summer alone. For Liverpool, spending 446 million on new signings. And what about Chelsea then? What about Manchester City? Splashing out the cash on new players. And Newcastle brought in Johan Wissa and Nick Votamada as well. Oh, what about Nottingham Forest? Aston Villa. Oh, we didn't mention them, right? Aston Villa also got players, especially on loan, like Jadon Sancho and Harvey Elliott. Sancho from United, Elliott from Liverpool. Incredible business all around. So this was a record-breaking landmark transfer window for English football, hitting the 3 billion mark, surpassing the 2.44 billion set last year. And it keeps getting higher and higher every season. Who knows what we are in for next summer? 4 billion, 5 billion. Who knows? And Manchester United also splashed out over 200 million pounds on new signings. Benjamin Sesko, Brian Mbeumo, Marcus Cunha, and on the deadline day, Sané Lamin from Royal Antwerp as well. Wow, we love the transfer trail so much. Well, you've been listening to your boy, Mayor Gyökeres, on Touchline Friendly all along. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit the follow, drop a review, and share it with your friends. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Until next time, guys, please keep your eyes on the pitch and your ears on the money move on the transfer trail, because we'll be here every step of the way to bring you all the latest and details and updates regarding moves, especially as we approach the winter January transfer window. Who is going where? We give you all the rumors and gist right here on this channel. All right, it's your boy Mayor Gyökeres signing out. Ciao.